Hello everybody and welcome back. It is Jeff again, and coming to you from the Mindcrack server. And before I get started with the video, there's something that I must do. Much better. Blinking lights and all. And just so this doesn't happen again, it's a federal crime to vandalize police equipment. This will not be tolerated during this investigation. You have been told to cooperate. Let this serve as your final warning. Jay Sano, the law. Chad, you have been warned, sir. Alright, hello everybody and welcome back. We have finished the beginning part of the episode, so now what I want to do is I want to work on making my dispensers turn this thing on and off in a much simpler fashion. Now there's a couple things that I can do here. The problem I'm running into now is you hit it once. I have to hit it again because the water spreads everywhere. I have to stop it pretty quick. There's a couple thought processes I have in this. One, I believe that I could make this thing... How would I do this? You would do... Oh no. If I do the button off to the side, let's say, and I had a button right here. This is just going to be a test model because I'm not sure how well this is going to work. I got my button. If I... take my button like this. This should essentially do the same thing as the other thing did. It does, okay. Well, and it destroys my water as well. For the purposes of this, let's... let's do that, just so I save myself a little bit of headache here. So if I'm sitting like this, then this will deactivate it as well. It should pick that water back up. Okay, so that works. Now what I need to do is I need to make it so that this pulse from this button quickly goes over to this dispenser, but then also auto triggers again afterwards, and I don't know if I can do that like I want to. Will it power that? Oh, it will. It'll power that as well. What if I put this on a super long delay and then go like that? Well, that's not going to work anyway because... Is this enough of a delay to auto-trigger that? No, because it didn't actually delay at all. Or maybe it's just not enough of a delay. Let's see. What if I add another repeater on a delay? Oh, no, because it's actually... Ooh. Ooh! This is triggering... It's automatically triggering as part of the problem I'm having with this here. So that could be a problem. Well, I guess not really. I can do that. That worked! I wonder if I need all of these. So yeah, it looks like it needs to be a full 4-tick delay on everything. Now I'm going to be in the wrong direction. So this is, conceptually, this will actually do the exact double trigger that I want it to do. Yeah, exactly as I want it to do. But obviously, I don't want it to look like this. Now, there's a couple ways that I might be able to fix this. One is going to involve dropping this obsidian slightly down. So I'm going to have to go through and tear out this obsidian, drop it down one little spot. It might give me a gap in the floor, so I'm trying to figure out how to overcome that. But now I also got to figure out how to make it hide the wiring in the exact way that I want to. I think I need my silk touch pick because I got a lot of these. Yeah, I'll grab my silk touch pick momentarily, and we're going to see what we can do. If I were to, okay, do that, we're going to drop this down. And I'm going to make my obsidian one layer below. And this is just temporary because it might not be what the solution I end up wanting to go with. But there we go. If I do that, I can then drop my dispensers slightly down. Let me... Well, these ones I don't have to. I guess I really don't need to do this because I got plenty of already made smooth stone. But since I'm already going at it, let's just finish out this little section because this is going to take a little bit of a a thought process for somebody like me. Somebody like you guys is probably like, okay, Jeff, this is like such an easy thing to do. I can't believe you haven't figured this out yet. But I sadly am not you guys. It takes me a little bit more time to come up with these ideas than it does the average Joe. But I feel accomplished when I do. Oops, I almost just destroyed that thing with... We're going to just take out all of this stuff for now. And give me back my redstone. So basically what I would do is I would have... It would probably replace... What does the top of the dispenser look like? I mean, I think it's going to stick out... Well, I don't want to... Not that top of the dispenser. If I had the dispenser facing this way... Okay, it looks more similar to, I guess, this stone. So it would go wherever that stone would be. And if you guys don't know what I'm doing yet, it's okay, because I'm not 100% sure either. So if I do this, I need to make a button or a pressure plate. I could make it on a pressure plate and just have it so I could walk into it or walk over it. That might be kind of cool. But I don't think that would... Oh, no, it should work fine. I think I need to dig down one more layer, though, and do this in such a way... I might need to dig all of this down a layer, actually. Because I need some room to play with, because I'm not great at this. Okay, so got myself a new layer to work with. I'm going to have this thing trigger, essentially, underneath my dispenser. I'm going to... Where is these? If I put this... So that's how we had this exactly. It was going into the block, just like that. From a button. Button would trigger that. I don't think it would. Oh, those are the wrong things. Let's see. If I got a pressure plate. Here we go. Pressure plate. Okay, so that would get the dispenser powered, but would not power the block below the dispenser in order to power this. So using a pressure plate right here may not work. However, I might be able to make a pressure plate next to it, because I believe if I put a pressure plate... Well, hold on a second. No. I'm sure there's a way to do this exactly how I'm thinking, but this is not the solution that I was looking for. So, what I'm going to do is make it so that there's maybe a pressure plate to the side. And just for example, for now, I'm going to put this here. And if I put a piece of redstone there, I believe... Oh, I don't know why I thought that would... Oh, yeah, it did. It did. It triggered it for a second. You just can't see it until... There we go. So that does trigger. So if I put the pressure plate to the side, I can probably put... If I put one of these going into here, this actually still might not give me enough, because if I put that there, that will trigger the dispenser, but then I still need it to come around and do this again. I don't know what to do. Okay, hold on a second here. Let me think about this for a moment and get right back to you guys. Okay, I just realized something. Not only was I not paying attention to the fact that right now, if I step on this pressure plate, it will trigger this dispenser because it's powering the block below it, which is then powering the dispenser. But a pressure plate's not going to work, because if I have this on a time delay based on one button, if I sit here on this pressure plate, it would have the time, like let's even say I made an extended timer right here. I'm showing you guys so that I can visualize it as well. That if I ran on and off of that thing... Oh, apparently it doesn't even power a repeater if you did that. So I'd have to go like this. Which wouldn't be a problem. And I step on that. If I jumped on and or if I miss, if I run across it really fast, it's going to do what I want it to accomplish. However, if I stand on it for any period of time, I'm going to screw up the delay completely. So I need it to be self-sufficient in order to be able to run this on its own. So essentially, just for testing purposes, what I can do is I can put a button. I can have the button kind of control everything. So it's instantly going to trigger the dispenser, and then I want to put this on a 12 tick delay is what I was dealing with. That, well, if I go like that, well, that's still going to trigger it right away anyway. Shouldn't be a problem. Shouldn't be a problem. Let's see. Let's see if this essentially would do exactly what I need it to do. I need to fill this in so my water doesn't spread everywhere and destroy everything I was working on. So if I then put my water bucket in here, and I click this button, perfect. That is exactly what I want to happen, except for the fact that I've now created a logic circuit. I have definitely created a logic circuit, which I think could be fixable by moving this button over one, in which essentially I would have to move all this stuff over one. Man, this is actually way tougher for somebody like me than I ever anticipated it actually being. So I bet you this would work. Except for the fact that it doesn't actually do anything. Wow! How did I just have it working up top? I'm so confused. Oh no. So this might work from the perspective of, give me one of these. Granted, that's on all the time. I need it to kind of be an off signal. Which obviously that's not going to trigger that off signal. I can invert this signal. I'm pretty sure I can invert the signal just fine. So button. And then this is not enough of a trigger. Oh my. Oh my. Okay, let's think about this. For one, we need an inverted signal. So if I invert this signal, there. Inverted signal in the most inopportune redstone ever. Because it's still only triggering once. So this works, sadly. And it's not going to be how I want this to be. How ridiculous. There. So everything here works fine, but obviously is not the ideal candidate to, or solution to my problem. Because I am not that redstone savvy. Because I don't want redstone up here on the top. I don't want my button to be right there in the middle. Actually, the button being there in the middle isn't bad. I could live with that if I could have this thing somehow functioning. Which I might be able to. What if I just did that? That only makes it trigger once. Why does that only make it trigger once? Because it's still getting that power signal in there. So I don't necessarily want that to be inverted. I think I would have to, like, destroy all of this stuff. And even put it down, like, 2 more layers. So that... Like, essentially I want to put a button there. But I need it to be off. So that I could do something like this with that. So then I didn't have to deal with the inversion factor. But I still don't think that that's going to work because it's not going to trigger it in the right way. I'm pretty sure. Let's find out. I hope you guys like the learning channel with Jeff because he learns more than you guys do when he makes things like this. I can guarantee to you that because after making my map, I thought I was like pretty smart with all this stuff, but you gotta think about the fact that the maps involve redstone. Or excuse me, command blocks. Not necessarily redstone. Yes, there's redstone involved in the making of the command blocks, but not the same way. Then I think I could actually make this thing. If I put it next to there. This might actually work now. I might be able to make this thing function. Except for that's gonna... Oh, good. It won't trigger that redstone. Okay, you know what? Maybe this will work. Maybe this will work, and it will just be my fancy pants way of doing something that other people could probably do much, much easier. Oh, no, I need it to come up this way. Sorry. Because I need it to go trigger this block. So I could have made it smaller. If this functions, I could compact it a little bit. Am I still covered? I am. Oh, I'm out of food. I was like, why can I not jump anywhere right now? I'm out of food. Eat. 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 Why? Why? And why is my phone going off as well? Okay. It's not going to stop already, is it? It's like, it's going forever. Forever. It's because of that one right there. So I should actually be able to fix this with... I gotta move that button 2 away, though. I really don't like having to move that button 2 away. But it's better than nothing. So I can do this for now. And as long, pending it works, I can ask you guys for some assistance. I'm gonna take that. Oh no, because I need to still make a trigger for the first time. And that won't work. Nope. How would I instantly make it trigger? Actually, if I put... Because I can't do that as a repeater. I don't want any delay on that. That should actually trigger, right? Oh, but it's triggering directly, this block directly, and I needed to trigger the block. I needed to trigger this block directly. Okay, so let me just take this thing off prior to. There, this, without a delay, this might actually be a workable solution. Okay, it turned it on. It didn't turn it off fast enough. Do I need another repeater in the mix? Yeah, I think I need one more repeater in the mix to slow down the signal a little bit more, and it might actually function. Let me grab quartz. Let me see. And I know that this is definitely not ideal, folks. Don't think for a minute that I'm like, woohoo, this is the most ideal solution ever. Why did I do that? It's not quartz, it's redstone. Quartz is for comparators. And then, like, right here. That's it. That's it. Look at all this work that I just did for one simple double trigger. And now the question is there a way, because I'm using a repeater into that block now. Oh no, because you can't use, you'd have to use a piece of redstone, which wouldn't allow you to, which would start a circuit. Okay, so we're gonna call this, and call this exactly what it is, and it's a very poorly made machine that turns on and off my portal. That is the scientific name for what I have just built. Very poorly made machine that turns on and off my portal. I like the name. I hope you guys like the name as well. The important thing now is to go back through, put my floor in, see how it looks, see how poorly it looks. I feel proud of myself. One, two, three. There's the polished andesite. I got so much more of these stone blocks. Like that. Hey, beef. Okay, and now the main thing I have to deal with now is the fact that I have this gap. I don't like having this gap. However, if it makes it so that this thing is actually more automated, I think it'd be okay. So there's that, and unfortunately right now the way I have it, that's where the button goes. And I mean, I could do the same thing right on this side with the button either on that side or the button like lined up with it in the same spot. Because this one is way easier because you don't need to do any special fancy wiring. It's a one-click hit with the flint and steel inside. So now essentially I could turn on my portal. When I'm done with it, I can go over here. I can hit this button. I can turn off the portal. Nice and easily. Turn it on from there. Turn it off from there. I mean, I'm okay with it. I don't like the button placement. I could probably put the button somewhere in this wall, which I might go back and redo this thing to put the button over here in this wall. Because that, in theory, well, no, because I'm going to have my storage system here. I was going to say I could make a wall or a button on the other side as well, but I don't think that's going to work. So, wow, that was annoying. I can be like Chad now and utilize this thing as, you know, a surface to run on at all times. Now, I'm curious, is there anything that you can actually put in a portal that would still allow it to light? Like, do upside down stairs, a pane of glass, anything like that? Is there anything that the portal does not see as something that would stop it? It does not look like that is the case. That's kind of entertaining. Now it's on fire. And not lit. Let's do that. And then I did it too fast. I think if I use lava, it's more dangerous, but it's quicker. But this works for now. I just wish I could make a way for it to be a smooth transition. Like right now I'm running, and I'm actually doing pretty good at running over the hole for the most part. I obviously failed there. Hey, but it's a start to the way I want this to happen, because now I can so easily just turn this thing off on the click of a button that it's going to be so much less bothersome in the long run. So I don't know. I'm pretty okay with it. Like I said, except for this button placement, but I think I can move the button placement. This is more just me trying to figure out the concepts on how to do this, and I think I have done just that. That being the case, I'm going to call this episode here. And hope you guys enjoyed me thinking about how things are done while expressing it in a way. I'm also showing you that you don't need to be smart at this game to have fun with this game. I think that's part of the fun, is that I don't know exactly how everything works, and trying to figure it out is part of the excitement with it. So, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.